Here's how to keep your acrylic paints from drying. You know, a lot of people have a problem with acrylic paints because they dry quickly. Now, for me, this is not a problem because if I'm painting and I want to put on another layer of paint and a third layer of paint, a fourth, fifth, sixth layer of paint, I can do that very quickly, very easily in acrylic paints. But where it can be a bit of an issue is if you have mixed up a very nice green or orange or some color that you mix out of your main colors, and you put it on and then you come back a little while later and you want to grab that color and it's already dried up. Hey, I've got this video right now for you, so make sure you pay attention because there's a very simple solution and I'll show you exactly what it is. This is an inexpensive tool that I bought at a craft store for about $3 or $4. And the compartments slide in and out, so if I want it to be bigger, I can. You can get the kind that are stable. It doesn't matter that much. At first, I was worried that the paint would seep underneath, but by the time you get it filled in, it doesn't make a big difference. If you are squeezing paint onto a palette every day, you're going to waste quite a bit of that paint because it's gonna dry, and then you're gonna have to squeeze more paint out on top of it. It's gonna dry. If I have that much paint in there, I can close this and it's gonna stay wet for a long time. It will especially stay wet if you have a spray bottle and can moisten the top of the paint from time to time. Then you close it and there's a little bit of moisture in there to keep it and it won't dry out. That's one part of it, but you still need a mixing area. That's where this comes into play. These two working together have changed the way that I paint. This is a sponge, and if you buy the Masterson kit, it will come with a sponge and a piece of this palette paper, is what they call it. You can see right here, it's the Sta-Wet palette paper. I use the 12-inch by 16-inch palette, so you just kind of have to keep that in mind because they do sell a couple different sizes, so make sure that you're buying the appropriate size of paper and the appropriate size of sponge for the palette that you have. Now the way that this works is that you have to soak the paper. What I like to do is put the paper in first and then pour the water. The best way to do it is actually to be at your sink and to use as hot a water as you can get out of the sink, and you let it soak for 5 minutes. It's important to let it soak because this paper is not normal paper. It's made a certain way so that it can soak up water. It pulls the water through from the sponge underneath and it keeps the paint that's on top moist. So after it has soaked for 5 minutes, what you want to do is flip it over and get this palette paper on top of the sponge. I put it underneath the sponge so that it stays wet and doesn't have any parts that stick up and don't get totally saturated by the water. But when you're done, if it's soaked for 5 minutes, what you do is you pour out the excess water into a sink or a bucket or anything like this. And the way that I do it, I don't really know, there's no secret to this. What I've found is that if I hold it at an angle like this and count to 10, before I hear water coming out again, dripping, then it's about the right amount of water. So I'll do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It hasn't come out yet. That's about the amount of water I want in the sponge. If it's too much water, paint will get really runny when you're trying to mix it on top. If it doesn't have enough water, the paint will dry out. So it's a little bit of a, you know, you kind of have to figure it out for yourself, but that's a little trick that I found that helps me know about how much water I want to have in there so that the paint will mix, it won't dry out, but it won't also get too runny. I want to mention that if you let this sit for too long, it has the tendency to get a little bit of a moldy smell to it. But there's a very simple solution to that. The preventative way is to mix a small amount of hydrogen peroxide in with the water before you set your sponge into it. It will actually help deter mildew or mold from growing, and it will last like quite a bit longer that way. So when I use these together, I find that I can keep pulling from here and mixing on here, and as I'm painting, this doesn't dry up immediately. If I was mixing my colors on a surface like this or any kind of just plastic surface or plate or other palette, the paint would dry in probably about 20 minutes, totally dry, and I would never be able to mix back into it. But if this is saturated and it's sitting on top of a sponge that's saturated, then I can keep going back into that paint probably for several hours. Even the next day I can come back in and I can still grab some of that paint, depending on how thick it is. And that helps me paint a painting and have the colors harmonize, because it means that I can mix a color and I can keep mixing that color and changing it gradually and gradually adding different things to it. And that's why these two in harmony have changed the way that I paint. I can paint outside and I can paint inside in ways that I never could have before. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. We'll keep them coming for you. And if you have any questions about acrylic paints, please put them in the comment below. Specifically today, I'm looking for your greatest struggle with acrylic painting or acrylic paints or painting in general. Please put your struggle below. We're gonna look at those comments and we're gonna make some videos to address your specific concerns. Thanks for being here, and we will catch you in the next video.